All right. Halloween week continues with my awesome friend Matt from the UK. How you doing,
Hello.
buddy? And
I'm
an
awesome.
excellent movie that is so much fun to watch. And we just want to start this with just remembering our friend Dave Oliver from Savage Zombie Reviews. If new people see this, and please go over to his channel, and I'll put a link in the description, or if you can pull his link up, man. Just
Yeah, I'll do that.
because I know he slipped back under 1,000 subs,
Oh, has
and
he?
then
Last time I looked, he was.
but then he went back up, and now
Oh,
he's
yeah.
over it again. But I don't want that to happen again. So anyone who sees this in the future, go to Savage Zombie Reviews and please subscribe to our late friend. I mean, his content, it was excellent and definitely will make you laugh a ton. So
Yeah,
this
he'd get a
whole
kick. He'd get a kick out of it, wouldn't he? Like people
absolute,
checking out his channel.
absolutely,
But like we were saying before we went on, and I just thank you for inviting me because it's an absolute honor.
of
Because I
course,
I think of this film, I think of Dave. I also think of
immediately
him,
for me.
like I said, was for me as well. Like I said before, Street Trash and Basket Case
Yeah,
are films I think of related to. So it's an absolute honor to join you on here. And I was going to say exactly the same thing. So that's awesome, man. It's a great minds. Well, maybe not great minds, but I don't know. we,
no,
we,
I
we both
agree.
thought the same thing, and I really do.
No,
It's
I know.
like I say, it's an absolute honor to chat even for a minute about Dave.
Of course, man. I was gonna try to like take some stuff from that basket case I did with him, his first and his
Yeah,
reactions, but I just didn't have the time and stuff. And I don't know if I want like if some people,
it,
no,
it's
people handle
hard.
things
Yeah,
differently. It might be hard for some people. I mean, it's definitely still hard to this
sure.
day for us and stuff. So, but this
Yeah,
is all in
it's to
honor
know
of
how
our
other
friend
people
Dave.
feel.
And because never saw any of these films until I said to him, "Are you fucking serious? You've never seen Basket Case or any Henenlotter? He's never saw any Henenlotter." And I said, "All right, we got to change that. We're doing watch-alongs all month. This is like 8, 9 months ago." And we ended up doing Basket Case 2, Basket Case 3, and oh,
The progeny.
what the hell is the other one? Why can't I think of it now? Frankenhooker. And we didn't get to
Frankenhooker.
brain
Yeah.
damage, unfortunately, but
Oh man, what a film!
that he would
Elmer.
have loved that one too and having a blast. He loved Belial, and he had a very great
Yeah.
impersonation impression of Belial, the sound he would make, which is hysterical. But when was the first time you saw this film
So, do you know what? I
that
can't
you
remember,
remember?
but I'm pretty sure the first time it really resonated with me was strangely, and I said this to Dave too. Was like I said to you before, I've got a friend called Dave, and during lockdown we were watching horror movies together over Zoom. It was before I'd done anything on YouTube as well. And we started watching all the Henenlotter films just because we saw Basket Case and we were expecting, we usually just watch bad movies, but we
Yeah,
watched this one. We're like, actually, this isn't a bad movie. This is a fucking amazing movie. This is like insanely good. And then we just went down that path with Basket Case 2 and 3, Brain Damage, Frankenhooker. It was just like such a journey, and I absolutely love. And I know I said bad biology is a bit different because it's a little bit more grisly and a little
yeah.
bit
It's
more serious, I
more
guess.
realistic weird than
Yeah,
the
it's not my
camp
favorite.
weird.
Yeah, it's not my favorite Henenlotter. He's not made a bad film. Frank Henenlotter, is, in my
No,
mind,
yeah,
is
no, he hasn't.
never made a bad film.
And
The guy is
he's
insanely
one of those
talented.
directors that like Coscarelli, that if they didn't make
Mm,
all those movies that they've made at the time and the years they made them, they probably never would have made those movies. Like they
yeah,
had
and
the most
like
perfect opportunity and the right timing to put out the films that Coscarelli and Frank Henenlotter respectively put out. Just you couldn't make any of those other films at any other point in history, in my opinion. Like they just always
yeah.
had that perfect luck of when they decided to do another project.
And don't you think as well that with like Phantasm and Basket Case, they're the best, obviously the best films in the series, but they're the ones that are maybe like obviously the lowest budget of all of the series because they are just making their name in filmmaking. They
Yeah,
are sometimes a little bit more serious in tone, and then
yeah.
that things go a bit wild and crazy and the other ones they're just as much fun but just in a very different way. Like for
Oh
me, you
yeah.
could put like
2 and
Basket
3
Case,
are insane.
Phantasm, Reanimator, all of those are like
Yeah.
9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 films, but made on such a shoestring, but look so amazing.
Yeah, I mean, this movie is so dirty, grimy. Like
Yeah.
Maniac from 1980, it really captures how New
Yeah.
York City was back then. The grimy,
Mm.
disgusting,
The
burning
theaters.
barrels with fire for homeless people to survive in the night and the winter and shit. Like all of that, they capture so well. The guy who goes up to him at the main character at the very beginning, and he ends up
Mm.
going and starts rattling off every drug known to man and trying to sell him on all that. It's hysterical, this movie, but I'm ready to go when you are. And
Yeah, I'm ready,
anyone,
man. I've got my
anyone,
VHS and DVD, but I'm watching it on streaming. um, so I'm ready when
yeah,
you
I
are.
am. I'm definitely watching it on Shutter right now. What's up,
Just tell
Waffles?
me
Good to see you again,
when you
man.
press play. Let me know.
Yeah, I'll talk to Waffles for a sec here. Basket Case in my top 20. I can see it, man. I mean, it's an absolute classic. He drew inspiration from his own experiences with mental health and is fascinating. Yep, I've read that many
Bit
times. He
like
was he was
Freaks
a
as well.
very
A bit like
very
Freaks.
intriguing man, very intriguing guy.
I'd love to chat to him. I would. I'd love to chat to him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, on go. So 3, 2, 1, go. Which it
Boom.
starts off that this film is from the collection of the Museum of Modern Art, which is great
Oh,
to know
really?
that this film got in there and is
Mine is
appreciated
still
for what it is.
my damn thing is still buffering, which is a bit weird. Oh, there we go.
Uh,
Yeah, the Museum of Modern Art. Yes, yeah, it says that on mine as well. Rated 18.
yep.
MoMA.
Which, speaking of rated 18 and like unrated movies, I just read on Instagram, Terrifier 3 has now become the most high-grossing unrated film in history,
Ooh,
which is
I haven't.
fucking unreal.
I won't see it until it arrives on my doorstep, but I'm looking forward to seeing it very much. I literally put it this way: I've just got Maxine to watch this weekend, so that's how
Oh, there
far
you go.
behind I am with how and for me that's quite new, as you know.
No,
Um,
yeah.
mhm.
I've been trying to keep up with as many new releases this year as I could. I think maybe I've seen 50 plus, maybe a little, but I know there's like still another 50 or more that I've missed, in movies and
Yeah.
stuff to go back to. There's
Oh,
just so much,
I can't keep up anymore. No.
especially when what we do when we go back and talk about older films and stuff that don't get talked about often, then it's just even harder because then you're going into the
Yeah. We
past
watched
and trying
those
to stay in the present with releases that are coming out now. It's a shit
totally.
show. It turns into.
We totally watch the same films more than like over and over again as well, meaning that you don't have as much time to watch some of the new ones. Like for instance, I'll watch a Frankenstein film, Peter Cushing film that I've seen 5 or 6 times just because I can't spend that amount of time looking through a list of new films.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I get it, man, completely. Especially because, like, and of course, channels that do this and they're Halloween based, Scream based, and stuff, and all they talk about are the same movies over and over again. That's great. Like,
Mhm.
but I can't do that. Like, that's why 1,000 plus reviews on the channel is different movie every single time, and
Mm.
that's how I always try to keep it. Aside from like shit like this, like if I did a review, but then we're doing a watch along and
Wasn't
discussing
it
on it.
funny? Like if you just gave these a straight review, like you'd have never have guessed from watching this that we're going to go into almost like musical theater, really
Yeah, no.
over the
Yeah.
top, silly,
Oh,
like,
more
and they're just as
tangents
much fun.
in the watch alongs and as in my videos, and that's fucking
Mhm.
saying something.
Yeah, like when
So I mean,
you watch the second one of this and the third one of this, and all those other characters that pop up, and
oh
the
yeah, the freaks
weirdness of
look
them all.
great.
Yeah, it's building its own universe before people said this was a universe, before people were like, this is the expanded universe. This was actually doing that. He's
Oh,
so
that's funny.
creative though, isn't he?
Oh, he's one of the most out there creative directors, I think. This
Yeah.
guy. The film
And he
was,
doesn't get
yeah, Waffles. I know the film was originally titled Belial, and they ended up changing it to Basket Case. I'm
yeah.
glad they did. As much as we were just saying backstage how we love the name of Belial, and Matt can't remember how to spell it ever.
I always think, is it an EL or AL?
What's up, Mike? No worries,
Hey
man.
mate, how's it going, man?
Thursday will be cool. I mean, we're gonna have. I'm doing 3 now watch alongs on Halloween. So, and the next fucking 3 days are going to be insane because tonight we have Mario Bava's Kill Baby Kill at 10 p.m. That's my favorite Bava and top 10 movie. Then we have Day of the Dead at 3 p.m. the next day. And then we have Jeffrey Reddick, the Final Destination creator, on at 5. And then at 10 p.m. that night, we have, what the hell is the Evil Dead 2? Then the
You've got to
30th,
ask
we got the
him.
same layout with 2 movies
Sorry,
and the cast of He Sees You When You're Sleeping with Caroline Williams, Lauren Marie Taylor, and the director, the writer, who also acts in it. And then Halloween, we got 3 watch-alongs. So, yeah, we got a lot of horror to talk about. So
here's the grimy streets.
Your ass is available anytime, Mike, to get on here.
No, there's no permits or anything here. Just wandering the streets, filming it.
This is what I'm talking about with this guy going up to him.
Yeah.
And he starts rattling off every drug ever manufactured and sold illegally in the whole country. I got rock, I got red, I got junk, morphine. You like some? I got nice girls too. He throws that in, and it's
Panama Red.
Being a New Yorker, it's not that far off. It's really
what's
not.
Panama? What's Panama Red? I've never heard of Panama.
Panama Red was an old strain, like in the 70s, 80s of pot from Mexico.
Oh, okay. From Mexico. So just like it from sounds very
Panama. And then the Acapulco Gold from Mexico, I think. There was like all these old famous strains back in the 70s.
Going
80s.
Loco down in Acapulco.
Oh, I've heard over the years, just random info.
This guy makes this guy in the hotel, he makes Sipowicz look clean cut.
Yeah, I know. It's such a that's another thing. It's just the grungy griminess to the hotel too, which is expected for this time in New York City.
You couldn't have a set like this because it's a real place.
yeah, absolutely is. I don't think you can make the set look as dirty, grimy New York City.
It's impossible.
If it was, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just so authentic because it's right there. This was shot all over. I think this was also shot. I could be wrong, but like Maniac was shot like guerrilla film style, and going in without permits and stuff throughout New York City. I think they did that a little in this movie also.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. I saw a documentary about it. Yeah, and he didn't pay a thing other than like for a couple of the rooms in the hotel. I think the guy is. He is the manager, isn't he? Or he is the actual manager or something of the hotel guy.
Terrifier 3 Waffle says is fucking awesome. I love seeing people in the movie theater almost throwing up their snacks. Dude, that's hilarious. Yeah, I loved it. It's like the first two. What's up, Professor?
Do you think that hey, Professor, this backpack and jacket reminds me a bit of American Werewolf in London?
Oh yeah, I can see that bit.
American Belial in New York.
I think I always say, and actually, the interesting when we were talking earlier about like covering movies that I've done reviews on and stuff. This is now the second basket case watch along, Dave, and now you, and I've never done actual like video reviews on this whole trilogy. That's I think
maybe I'll do the whole trilogy.
I can think of. Yeah, I got to do like actual deep dive videos on the trilogy, but that's like the only movie I can think of that I've never done a review, but I've done now multiple watch parties.
What you should do, just to how people prefer to watch videos that they hate rather than they like, is do the review. It's basket case movie, but then just start talking about the Green Day song and just be like, sometimes I give myself the creeps.
Yeah. I mean, that's
like, so I love Basket Case. I'm a massive fan. Billy Joe did a great job in this film.
Yeah. I mean, I never liked Green Day that much, but that's such a great song. I mean, how can you not love
I remember it was the first gig for a lot of guys at my school, and they all went into Manchester, dyed their hair green, and went to watch Green Day.
Yeah, Professor, don't overstack your Halloween schedule. You want to have free time to go trick-or-treating. Yeah, now I'm old now. Now I hand out the candy. Fucking people, the kids come and they knock and ring on the doorbell.
Me and Marcy
that's my role now, so I don't fucking trick or treat for years.
I'm gonna be
the other night with some old friends. I went to a haunted house, and this crazy decked out house near like 5 minutes from me that is so insane. All the animatronics from like Jason, Michael, Leatherface, Ghostface, Chucky, life-size, movable animatronics who talk and stuff. And they have literally like maybe $200,000 worth of stuff decorating their house. They go insane, and that's not including the electric bill. I took a video, actually, like a few-minute video of it. I'm editing it. I'll be putting that up hopefully
Oh, cool.
before Halloween. Definitely before Halloween
Well,
night.
I'll look a bit strange because I'm dressing up as Arthur Fleck. I'm doing the Joker. Marcy, my dog,
There you
she's
go.
going to be
That'll be cool.
the she's going to be the Bork Knight. So
That's
yeah,
cool. That's
so
cool.
she's
Candyman
yeah,
seems
he is, man.
absolutely, yes. Sparker's from your hometown,
All
absolutely.
those
You know,
theater guys all those theater guys that Barker got together, and I really respect how he gave them all jobs and roles, and we ended up with Doug Bradley and all those guys all based out of Liverpool.
yeah.
Amazing.
There's also I just found out a recent thing about Liverpool, and I'm not getting into it because it'll go on forever. But if anyone knows what a ley line is, it's a
Mhm.
line under the earth and stuff that is supposed to link other ley lines, and is supposed to be like very powerful with supernatural or cosmic elements and stuff like that. And I just found out that Liverpool has had the most incidences of time slips
Oh
in
wow.
the whole world. That there's, for some reason, in Liverpool, there's this particular street too that hundreds of people over the years have
Oh, Penny Lane.
reported slipping into the past, and seeing everything like it was the past, and then like a few minutes later, like they're back in the present.
Honestly,
It,
some people do
I'm not.
anything to avoid going to work. Like,
I was walking there.
the
I
damn.
swear I was getting there, and then
Yeah, man.
I was in the 50s. I don't know what happened. I walked into this store, and then it was a different store. That's
Yeah,
why I'm late. I'm so sorry.
I was on my way. Typical Scouser. Um, I'm only
I
joking.
love. Yeah, Mike. I'm not getting more into it, but if you know anything about that, we'll talk, because that's very
Yeah.
interesting to me, and explains you
Ooh,
a bit too, Mike. So
look at Dwayne. Look at Dwayne's hair.
I was
Oh
just
my
going. Yeah,
word.
that said, I love how just
Brian
like a
May.
minute ago, how the switch to the next scene, that cut, how it flips. It's like a flip cut, like
Yeah.
when it goes to the next scene. That's a cool shot.
It's simple, a lot of the stuff, isn't it? But so creative.
Oh
Like even
yeah,
the way the basket's shaking and
and that and the stop motion in this movie is excellent. I still think it
Mm.
holds up to this day. I mean, it's stop
Yeah,
motion. It's supposed to look that way. That's what stop motion is. Like, you can't make it look much better than that. And I think it holds up,
exactly.
and it works with the tone of this movie too.
Yeah.
Miss
Do you know I've
45
not seen
big
that?
ground
I've got this.
here.
I've got
I don't
the
think I have
LP
either.
soundtrack for some reason. Somebody gave me the LP, but I have not seen the film. Yeah, oh yeah,
That's
great.
Basketcase makes a great dub. Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Shall I get my
Hey, what's up, Sean
you got
McManus? How you doing, brother?
um should I get my brain damage poster and show it you
Yeah,
guys because it's pretty amazing.
yeah. As soon as we went on backstage, Sean, I looked at it, the basket, and I said, "Excellent choice."
Well, I don't know if you can
I
see it
fucking love that
because of my
basket
green
back.
screen.
Yeah,
I
it'll be
have
hard.
got I have also got a Spanish basket case poster that I'm getting framed.
Oh, that'll be cool.
So yeah, I'm getting that hopefully for Christmas. It's downstairs. Otherwise, I go and get it. I'm just trying to see if I can get rid of my how I get rid of my virtual background. There we go. So that I can. There we go. So there's my
Oh,
brain
cool.
damage. It's not the actual
That's awesome.
original thing, but I just love the artwork on it.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, that's cool.
The
Oh, my
Paris
good old
stadium
Elmer.
looks great.
Yeah. I'll have to find my other one, the Spanish basket case one, but it's literally just the same as the American one, but just obviously the where it says the man in apartment. What does it says? The man in apartment
Seeing the Twin
or
Towers
in room.
is always is crazy.
What's it? It says
Like, well,
the guy in room 207 is something or other. Oh yeah, you're a couple of seconds ahead of me. I wondered what you were talking
okay,
about.
yeah. I'll go back 5 seconds.
I
Yeah, the
was like, that's a
panning
strange
shot of
time
New York.
to have a bit of reminiscence.
Yeah, the panning of New York City, and you see the Twin Towers, and it's always so surreal seeing that in movies. Still, Professor says, "Well, I got to program a trip to Liverpool, see if I can go back in time and meet my young self, and give him a long ass list of shitty people and shitty stuff to avoid and some stock info." Yeah.
Why
Talk to Mike about it. He's going to research it. I'll research it
Yeah.
more. If we could prove time travel and time slips happen over there, then book your ticket.
I've been to Liverpool a few times, but one thing that I haven't done really, I haven't done the whole Beatles thing, and I'm a massive Paul McCartney fan, as you know. I'm
Beatles
huge,
are my
huge, huge,
favorite band of
huge.
all time. Yeah, you know that too.
Like I'm probably more of a Paul McCartney fan than I am a Beatles fan, but like I never did the whole tourist thing. I've been to a few places
Yeah.
in Liverpool, but I've never like to see things, but never. So yeah, maybe I should. I don't know. I guess being from sort of Greater Manchester, we have a bit of a lot of people. You speak to people and they kind of have a negative take on Liverpool just because regional
Every
rivalries and stuff. I don't know.
everything every time I think of Manchester, I think of and I hear that word and where you're from, I think of the movie Euro Trip with Manchester United.
Oh, what is it?
That's
Matt
too
Damon in or
funny.
something?
It's not Matt Damon. It's somebody who
No,
plays.
it's a
They're
guy who
on.
looks like Matt Damon. Oh,
Yeah, they're on.
Vinny Jones
They
pops up in that.
they're the team and stuff. The soccer team, and they're going like this, and they get like trapped on a bus with them, and they're
They
like
make
real
them do a
intimidating.
chant or something. They make him do
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
chant.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
I've
It's
seen that
it's
clip. Yeah.
hilarious. I've seen that
Well,
movie so many times. I
American
love it.
football chants, like for American, like for soccer, always make me laugh because it's like, "Let's go, guys! Give us a goal! Come on, everyone! Let's
Yeah,
fight,
yeah,
fight,
yeah.
fight, and fight to the end, and everyone fight, and then we'll fight some more. Go!" And like
Yeah, that's basically
in
that was
Britain,
great.
it's like it's a bit more like tribal and a bit more aggressive, whereas
Oh,
in America, I
absolutely.
feel like it's a bit more like rah rah rah, you know.
Oh, it absolutely is. I mean, except the only benefit is you get hot cheerleaders doing it.
True. Yeah,
But
rather than just
the rhetoric and the pump
fat
up,
dudes.
trying to
Yeah.
pump them up, that yeah, definitely not as effective.
Yeah, the fat dudes
Stay at
doesn't
a
do it.
room 237. Absolutely.
That's the is it 237, right? I should have yeah.
Yeah, from the show.
Whatever 237 is in Spanish, that's what it says on that poster.
Penny Lane is only. Yeah, I know. Me and
Oh.
Mike always talk about this. That it's so weird that like if I bring up the Amityville house is 10 minutes for me, 5-10 minutes, and it's
Oh.
like nothing to me because I've been there a few times and stuff. But
It's
then when
funny
I think
because
that Penny Lane is right by him, it blows my mind and shit because I'm such a big Beatles fan. It's like you live
I
right
mean,
by
like,
the wall.
Mike
And
and,
he looks at Amityville the same way. Like, yo, you live right by the Amityville house. Like, it's funny how just the perspective is different on both
well,
sides.
I said this to Dave a lot. I said this to Mike. Like, first Scousers I ever met that I liked. Obviously, I've been messaging Dave about Tranmere Rovers. Nobody has a rivalry with Tranmere Rovers because because they're just like Stockport, like my team where I'm from. She's like, so there's such a small, nothing happening team that nobody hates them. You know, whereas if it was like Man United, Liverpool rivals or whatever, then it can sometimes be a bit of a reason to not bond with people. But nobody hates Stockport, nobody hates Tranmere.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
It's
Jamie.
not,
Jamie
hey,
says, "Don't
Danny.
don't be dissing cheerleaders. It's legit
Yeah,
sport."
man. I've seen that Netflix. My wife watched that Netflix documentary about the cheerleaders, and it's harsh. The Dallas Cowboys were like those women who run it are tough. I wouldn't
Oh
last
yeah,
5 minutes. I wouldn't be able to
yeah,
shave my
no,
legs anyway. But
no,
you
no,
know,
yeah.
mm,
I love the
get
subtle
rid of this.
comedy in this movie with the names
Mm.
of the doctors being
Yes,
Needleman and Cutter, and I forget the other one,
yes.
but like that, it's so on the nose, but it's so
Silly.
perfect for this movie, and
Yeah, you
then
need
just the
silly stuff
whole
in
tone,
horror. We
the
take it
tone
too
of this movie.
serious. Some people do take it too seriously, man. It's like it should be
Yeah,
fun as well.
absolutely.
There's a room for fun horror.
Absolutely. There's a
Um,
huge list of some of the best that are horror comedies and have a lot of humor in them.
oh man, yeah.
Doesn't always have to be a serious film and stuff.
I'll
And
tell you what though.
that's why talking about those different types of movies is very different. If we're talking
Yes.
Suspiria or like The Thing and Halloween and stuff like that, it's like real actual film analysis and stuff. And if I'm doing a video on the movie,
Well, like
the
sleepaway
fun
camp.
80s movie, yeah, you're getting half and half. You're getting a bunch of movie logic defying stupidity called out that I know doesn't matter because there'd be no movie, but you're getting it anyway. And then you're getting little bits of film analysis. So it's like a
Well,
50 depending on the
like
film.
I was just thinking about this film in particular. Like watching the three of these films. My word, does the guy who plays Dwayne? He really ages a lot quickly. Like he's
Yeah.
so baby
And
faced in
his
'82, but by the
character changes a lot too.
yeah, and by the early '90s, he looks old. Like I mean, I guess it happens to us all, but you know, his was on screen.
Yeah, Professor. When I was down there in Tijuana, when you sent when you sent it back to me, said it was 10 minutes away. My dad's friend down
Was
there,
it a
he
real
knew.
place?
Yeah, it's called it's a bar called, I forget the name now. He'll say it, but it's like the unofficial titty twister of down there, and just
Oh.
insane.
Okay, ramblers. Let's get rambling.
Next time if I ever head down there again, it was beautiful down there in
I
Tijuana.
need to watch that film. I haven't seen it for ages. I think the last time I watched it, I had it on VHS.
Yeah, Jamie used to be a cheerleader in the flyer. She got to run up in the air a lot.
Oh yeah, they get hurt. They get hurt a lot if you got to catch them.
Sean saying, Mike, have you retired from streaming? Laugh out loud. Yeah, Mike, have you retired from streaming?
You getting your streamer's pension?
He has not though, Sean. He will be on what is it? The third Halloween. Yeah, on Halloween. I can't remember all these fucking things. Candyman it might be 7 p.m. Mike, if that works for you still, because I might have to push the trick or treat one by an hour because Nanette and Jen wanted it. They were doing it. Now Nanette asked me if she can join, so I'm gonna have to push that an hour, and everything ships an hour. But let me know if 4 is like not too late for you. It shouldn't. You're a night owl, motherfucker. So
I feel like this guy, this doctor, just ate a chicken wing and just swallowed the bones.
Yeah, no, he's live on Sunday also, Mike, on this channel.
Sorry, I was randomly commenting on the film.
I mean, that's what we're mostly here to do. It's just you guys are all great in there, so I got to keep up. Just the whole premise of this movie of this guy, Duane, being separated from his deformed ass brother, who looks excellent, the design of Belial, and now goes on revenge for his brother for what happened to them, and killing all the doctors involved. But then
He's
when
got
you
to
get
be
to the sequels, that's even more insane. And this is a cool kill here.
This doctor is like the most unlikely looking doctor you've ever seen.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look anything like it.
Sat there eating his chicken, and like I say, I'm pretty sure he ate a chicken wing and just swallowed the bones. You know, and he's got all chicken juice all over his fingers.
Oh wait, that's not the kill scene. That's when he first visits. This girl is so into this guy so fast, like it's not even funny. She's like saying, "You haven't." In a minute, she goes, "You haven't been to all these places. You haven't been to visit because it's his first time in New York." And she says, "You haven't seen the Empire State Building. You haven't seen the Twin Towers. You haven't seen any of this." And then, and then she just throws her number and address at him and says, "Like, let's meet tomorrow." She goes all right for him.
He's the only sweet boy in New York, and obviously guys who carry baskets around with them all the time are very attractive. Hence, all guys that live in baskets like me.
If you're not having success in your dating life, guys, carry around a basket or live in a basket. It'll help you 100 times, 100% of the time. If you
I'm the advert for baskets. Yeah, I'm the advert for basket success rates.
Yeah, your love life will explode.
Oh, wow! Oh my word! I can hardly keep up.
Well, and it doesn't have to have anything in it. It can just be an empty basket. Just the intrigue alone.
Or just sit in a basket and go like this.
Exactly.
And like,
there you go.
Yeah, the ladies love it. It's cute.
All right, yeah.
All the men, you know, all the men. It's equal opportunities. Urgent.
And the effects, the gore effects in this movie still hold up very, very well.
Man.
Like, the kills are great in this.
Oh, for sure.
Once you get though to part 2 and 3, like I said, I love those movies, but they are some of the most insane sequels ever made.
Silly,
like
OTT,
to a horror film.
They're like, it's like musical theater crossed with horror, crossed with like a weird kind of gang show.
Yeah, I love the flickering. I love the flickering there while he's dozing off of the movie.
Again, like watching a movie like this and carrying the bag. There's little moments where I think, oh, it reminds me a bit of American Werewolf.
Yeah, no, yeah, I can see. Yeah, that's right. He goes into the porno theater.
Yeah, that's very like his eyes. I wonder if they've painted black around his eyes because it's very silent film.
Yeah,
kind of look. You know, he's like his eyes are very expressive.
this guy's breaking into the basket. Can't do
Yeah,
that, can you?
what a mistake. What a mistake it's a maker.
Here we go.
That's what you get for stealing. Must be the only
Guys,
guy who's ever stolen anything in New York, do you think? There's not a lot of crime there, I'd imagine.
nah, there's none actually. It's actually getting much
Mm.
better. It's getting much better.
Oh, that's good.
At least that guy got away though. I mean, he got his face slashed to shit
Yeah.
up, but besides that,
There's I just jumping ahead a little bit, but there's a somebody's done an animated Belial um picture, like a cartoon from a made up cartoon series. And when I saw Professor Macabre mentioning that, I thought, hang on a minute, somebody has actually done that. It's like a
they've
Saturday
done
morning
that.
kids version of it, you know.
That's funny.
Um, I'll try and find the picture and put it in the.
Yeah, if you can, that'll be funny.
I'll put it if I share it, or if I. How can I do that? I don't know what I'm
Like
doing.
you did earlier when you came in on the other side
Yeah, I'll
with
try
with
and.
another.
I'm trying
Jamie
to
says she
negotiate.
never got hurt or dropped. Fun fact: being thrown in the air in cheerleading is called basket tossing.
Ah,
So
not
we got
basket case.
cheerleading talking during
Whoa,
basket case as we discuss basket tossing. Try saying that
nice.
shit 3 times in a row.
I think you just insulted me. I don't know, but I'm not sure. So
I
there we
want to
are. I
see.
found it. I
Oh, okay,
found it.
yeah,
So
try to get
saved.
into
All
it.
right. Okay. So if I then share that, this is a very Heath Robinson version of doing this, but let me see. Um, Send to computer. It's on my phone, you see. So I'm like trying to work out what
Yeah,
to
going in there.
copy iCloud link. Will that take too long? Yes.
I forget the actress who plays. This is Dr. Cutter, I think, the
That's
main
kind of
woman here. Yeah, which
nice.
is it's just hilarious. She's getting a phone call. Yeah, it is Cutter. It's spelled with a K though.
Doctor, it's like having a dentist, like
Needleman.
Doctor Isaac Yankum, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
And then she's on the phone with Needleman, and now he's saying that the guy's dead. That he stopped answering messages. So now he's saying that this guy with the scar came in, and now this is coming all back to haunt these doctors.
it was the one-armed man,
That's
right?
the one arm man.
It's always the one-armed man. That's what I've heard.
He just always
Um,
playing the one arm man.
yeah, it
They're
doesn't
always
work when you're at school and
always
you're a kid
guilty.
and you just blame him all the time. Right. So have I opened? No. Jeez, come on, Matthew. Right.
Everybody raves about
Open.
Tubi, Mike says, but I've actually found better horror on Plex. But I mean, your opinions are good
Ah,
sometimes.
you know
I'm
what it
kidding.
is? Are you
But no, Plex
watching? Are
has
you
some good
watching
stuff.
you? Yeah, but if you're watching UK Tubi, UK Tubi is dog shit,
Well,
and
yeah, that is true too.
American Tubi is really good. That's the
Yeah,
difference. This is why I watch
that's
it with
absolutely.
a VPN, because there's no point in me watching the British one. It's
Oh, don't worry.
just
I've told
camp.
Dave, Garrett, and him about VPNs for like 2 years, and I don't think they're using them.
I just do it on my essentially I got it because I wanted to watch football, and then when I logged into Tubi, I was like, oh geez, this is insanely good. The America, because all the Jalo's on there, isn't it? And yeah,
Oh yeah, they have so many subcategories now and
yeah,
subgenres that you go on Tubi by category, and they have 1970s horror, 1970s comedy,
yeah.
1980s horror, 1980s all the
Oh
way
well,
through the 2010. Then you have slasher; it's its own genre. You have Japanese and foreign films. You
but in
have
the UK,
Italian
no.
giallo and Italian horror. Yeah, you don't have any of that, right?
Mm.
Don't
In the
worry, by
UK, we've
like
got Winnie the
20,
Pooh,
30
Blood
or
and
some
Honey.
shit,
That's
you
it.
might get it.
Yeah. Well, no, do
20,
you know what it is?
30.
It must be a rights thing, because in the UK we've got like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and that's about it.
No, yeah, it definitely is all right. The rights play into all of that in every country. That's why there's always
Let me
different stuff on
see if
Netflix in every different country. There's always different films that you don't have. Oh, there it is.
oh, have I done it? No, I can't even see what I'm sharing. No, that's not it. Stupid
Yeah,
Matthew.
let's we're having a little gander at Mike at fucking Matt's computer here, unfiltered. So I'll hope for the best.
Yeah, all my naked pictures.
Yeah.
myself. Right.
Don't tell them about that. We talk about it.
So that was just for you. Right. Right.
What's up, Russell?
Your computer. Google
How you
Slides,
doing, buddy?
PowerPoint, and PDF. What? Right. Okay. Share screen. Try again. Try again. Window.
You want
There
you
we
want to
go.
check everything on that screen first, real quick? You good?
I've done it. It's all good. Done it now. There we go.
Yeah, that's great.
That's the one. It
That's
looks
the
good. I
one.
would watch that. I would definitely watch that.
Oh, absolutely. The professor was just saying, yeah, about wanting a animated series that Yogi Bear ends up stealing the basket, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Picnic basket. Boo boo.
Hey, boo boo, better than the average bear.
Did you guys get? You had Top Cat as well, or
What?
Boss Cat? Was it called Boss Cat or Top Cat?
Oh, I
Where
don't
it's
know.
like,
Yeah. Tom and Jerry, you mean?
no, like
Okay.
it's like
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, it's
I don't remember
like
the
Phil
older
Silver's,
one.
like the Phil Silver's show, but they're all cats. It's like Bilko, but they're all cats.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't
It was
know the
good,
name. I
man.
never watched that shit. That was before my time. Something I never really cared
Right. Now, screw you, JT. Bye.
about. Hey, man, you're acting like a basket case right now, all right? So tune it down a bit, throw some Green Day on, and relax.
Is this the Doctor going to meet his grisly end now?
Yes, this is a great scene.
I've got a little bit of trivia for this film. Do you want to hear some of my trivia?
Absolutely, shoot.
So, in one of the scenes, Duane calls Belial Duane.
Does he?
Yeah, and he meant to say he did this intentionally because he thought that like he would be getting confused between Belial is Duane and Duane is Belial.
I did not know that.
Yeah, and in 2017, the reason that it's got the Museum of Modern Art at the front is because it was selected by New York City to restore and preserve this film, and he gave the 16 millimeter to the museum, and they restored it, and now it's a permanent part of their museum's collection. So, if you could go to the Museum of Modern Art, you could go and touch the touch the well, you might not be able
16
to
millimeter.
touch it.
Yeah, you look at it, maybe the
Yeah.
16 millimeter of basket case, which
It won't be the first time that I've touched something that's 16 millimeters.
Yeah, right. That's a good one. Well, now you made me forget what I was going to say because that joke was great. Something to do with something in this film. It'll come to me.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't like a tangential thought. It was like
it wasn't a penis joke. No,
no, it was a movie thought. But yeah, the
there's
effects here. His eyes, how they glow.
Oh, they're cool. Yeah.
Do they grow now or do they grow glow?
His hands are huge.
Oh yeah, no, there's no way any of it makes sense anatomically.
So there's a link. There's a link to Hammer Horror as well because I can't remember who O'Donovan is, but I read that O'Donovan on his wall, he has the Collinson sisters from Twins of Evil on his wall. Yeah.
Yeah, the effects here are great with the blood on his face when he scratches that. Now he's digging into his stomach. You don't see his stomach getting digged into, but that blood is squirting like crazy.
Dexter would be having a field day with all that blood spatter.
I love Dexter. I don't know how I feel about the prequel series coming.
Yeah, I stopped.
Or the sequel series, like the continuation series, because I thought the last time they brought it back sucked. Not totally sucked. I mean,
I've not seen it.
I didn't like the finale of it the most, but
I stopped when his wife got killed. Spoilers. That's when I kind of stopped.
I've been trying to get Julie Benz on. I've messaged her twice in the last like 6 months or so because she is absolutely adorable, like such a sweet woman, and I love her in that. I know she's been in a decent amount of other things too.
She reminds me a bit of Michelle Pfeiffer's sister. Is it Dee Dee Pfeiffer? She reminds me of her.
I have no idea what Michelle Pfeiffer's sister looks like.
If
you showed me a picture, I'd probably say yeah.
If I showed you a picture, it'd take me 30 minutes to find it on my computer. So.
No, I'm not saying show me a picture.
No, you don't want to do that. That's the last thing. That's the last. That's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah,
Um,
see her?
yeah. No, the last thing you want to do is me to find something.
No, yeah. You don't have to go all out with the picture. I could do that in 2 seconds with the phone. I just don't have really interest in it.
You're more
The hot
interested in checking
dogs.
out Duane's wieners.
Yeah, he's got just taking them and shoving in that basket. This guy, Belial, eats like fucking the entire pack of
I
hamburgers.
identify. That's why I like him. That's
Hot
why I'm
dogs.
his twin brother. I'm the same. This is how I eat.
Is that how you eat?
Can't just-
You just
yeah, I just
rip
can't.
open a bag of hot dogs and shove that shit down
Yeah,
your throat? That's
I
the way
can't.
to do it.
I can't just eat one.
That's the way to do it. You have to do it that
Mhm.
way.
That's the way to do it,
That's
Mr.
the
Punch.
spirit. He's right, you know.
So yeah, so Henenlotter wasn't sure how funny to make stuff because he said he wasn't quite sure what he was doing. So he was like, if it was funny, he let it be funny, and if it wasn't funny, then he made it more shocking.
Yeah, no, it
So
shows because especially
yeah,
compared to his later movies and the sequels to this is a
yeah,
much more serious. I mean,
yeah,
as serious as you can get with the premise alone. Take on all this because then the sequels go way out there.
yeah.
This still
Oh
maintains
yeah,
creepiness to it and some
they're
good
fun.
suspense.
They're
Yeah,
so much
good
fun.
dark atmosphere to it.
Fun is important. Who's Terry Susan Smith in this film? Is she the
I
um
could not tell you. She might be the Dr. Cutter, but
right? Because she was
I
bald apparently and wore a wig for all of the film. I'm still going through my trivia.
got the
um,
Statue of Liberty.
the money that Duane gets out at the beginning, where they're like, "Hey, that guy's loaded," is all of the money for the whole film. That's the entire budget for the film.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that, that makes sense.
of course. Yeah, it's his face, isn't it, for the cast of Belial? So it is like Kevin Van Hentenrich's face, just all mashed up. The only funny bit, unintentionally funny bit, I think, is when Sharon does get killed. I remember that she, in the background, she's still breathing when she's dead.
Yeah, yeah, she is.
Yeah.
That's a fun little fact that I've heard about and I see it.
Watch out for that, guys.
I mean, that's a disturbing scene right there. I mean, later on when she basically is getting sexually assaulted by Belial. Like that's
Yeah.
some shit you don't see in movies and at
There's
that time.
always there's always one bit in a like whether it's the blowjob scene in Brain Damage or
Yeah.
something or
Oh yeah.
multiple bits in Frankenhooker. That is sometimes I think the bit that maybe puts people off because they
I can see
the,
it.
it,
They don't
alongside the
expect it alongside
yeah,
the
alongside
humor.
the
Right.
silliness, they're like, haha, they're like,
Yeah.
ha 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 ha, oh, and then they go, oh no. So like
Exactly.
for me, I kind of take it both at face value and think like it's just like a platter. And if you don't like a certain bit, it doesn't mean you have to throw the whole platter away.
Yeah, no, exactly. I agree 100%. And I love that shot of him when he just finally first comes out
Yeah.
and you see the puppet him in the
I feel
basket.
like
That
it
is
should be
so
like
good.
doing jazz hands, like
Yeah, no, his design is so good. But Professor does bring up a point. If you think I like this movie, but if you think about it, if Belial doesn't make a lick of sense, how is that mess of shit even alive for so long? Exactly. That's the fun ass
people
part about it
people have
is
said
that
that
he
about me
should
for
not be
years.
alive. I'm guessing he was just some super, and the stop motion there is great. I
Here we
love the
go.
stop motion. He's
He's trapped in his room.
destroying the whole entire apartment, hotel room. Well, I
What's
guess it's
going on in
apartment.
there?
No, it's more of a
Just
hotel.
wrecking up the whole place, man.
And everyone in this place comes up to
And
see what's going on.
they're all such interesting characters as well. Like they're all
Oh
such
yeah,
interesting. You
one
wouldn't
one of a
see
kind.
extras
Emmy Award
that
winners.
look as strange as these guys in
Uh,
films now.
all Emmy Award winners.
They're
Types of personalities.
all Emmy Award watchers.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Jamie agreed
Six-time
with
Academy
you.
Award watcher. There you go.
That she does look
JC
like
doesn't care about that. He said he doesn't give a damn about it. I'm afraid. He said
yeah,
I
no,
don't give
I
a
just said I
shit.
don't remember what
He said I
Michelle
don't.
Pfeiffer's
He
sister
said
looks
if
like,
anybody
and I'm
mentions
really
that,
not
he says get
interested.
out of here. I don't
It's not
care.
something I gotta like see now and be like, oh
You
yeah, I've
have.
seen Dee Pfeiffer. I don't know what Michelle Pfeiffer's
Yeah,
sister looks
screw
like.
you. Screw you.
I know I've seen her in shit. I can't tell you what she looks like because Michelle Pfeiffer's gorgeous.
Well, you know what she looks like. She looks like Jamie Benz. This is the I'm trying to get across to you, man.
I know, yeah, I know. Julie Benz. That's all right. Basketcase is actually less ridiculous than Malignant. I agree with that. I did
Yeah,
not like them. I
that's
did
what.
not like Malignant.
See, the reason I like Malignant is because it reminds me of Basket Case.
I can see it. I mean, it does. It's very reminiscent.
The
But
first hour's a
I
waste
just
of
don't.
time, but then once we get
Yeah,
to once we
the
know it's
last
on a
act,
back.
yeah, of Malignant is good.
Yeah.
It's
It might
it's
be
not
the only thing that
great.
those guys have made that I like.
Yeah, it's not great still for me, but it's pretty good with the
Yeah.
whole last act, the last half hour or so. The whole rest of it is just not good. I do not like Malignant. Basket Case any day over
So
Malignant.
first, you're not interested in DD5, and now you don't give a damn about Malignant. Man, I don't know if we can continue this friendship. Is
Yeah, we gotta end it.
because
It's
like
over.
Malignant, Malignant for me is like the greatest. No, it's not. I don't. I couldn't even finish the sentence.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. It's those fucking racing thoughts, going a million a minute.
Yeah, I was just like nobody's gonna believe me if I say that Malignant's like my favorite film. They're like, he's never seen he's not seen a film after 2002.
Yeah, that's funny. Hey,
Hotel
Jamie. Hey,
Broslin. I want to
Russell.
get I want to
Russell.
get like a hotel, the hotel sign from Basket Case, and have it in my office. I wonder if you can.
Nice. Yeah, Jamie saying waffles. You are doing the rounds today. Like, laugh out. I like her.
Everyone loves waffles.
Working from home today, so I can listen in the background. Yeah, I mean that's the best part. There would be no channel if I didn't work from home.
Same.
Like if I actually had like a 9 to 5 and was working like that, there would be no channel. There's no
Same.
chance.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly the same. If I was still doing my old job, we probably wouldn't know each other.
Yeah, same with me. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is I mean, things work out. I mean, now we get I get paid by YouTube to talk movies, like cents a video. So I mean, we're moving up.
Hey, pennies
Maybe
make
I can
pounds.
buy like a dozen eggs in like 8 months with the
I mean, that's the dream. That's the dream.
it really is.
Go on, Belial. Smooch that guy to death.
Well, nosy motherfucker trying to steal his money.
That's what you get. Here comes Budget Sipowicz.
That looks great. His
Yeah,
face, full
especially because he's
bloody.
like all he's all mauling with him.
Yeah,
He's got his fingers in his mouth.
yeah. He's at this point. He's just like mouth fucking
Yeah.
him.
It's like if somebody gets like a strawberry sauce and just massaging
Just
it into somebody's face.
just lathers your face with it.
Look how Duane runs. He runs like Phoebe from Friends.
So, do
Like
you think
just
we're
like.
insane as we really are, like I do, or is that not up for debate? I think we got crazy minds.
No, it's perfectly normal.
Absolutely,
Oh
just
man,
normal
do
citizens.
you not think? Do you not think he looks a little bit like Mr. Cooper from Night of the Living Dead, the guy that they've just
Yeah,
killed?
yeah. There's sliced up right there. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
I hate Mr. Cooper. One of the most
I, lo-
loathsome characters.
oh yeah, I know, right? You just want to be done.
Yeah,
It's
where he
awesome.
punches him in the face. Hey, go get
Come
yourself some
on,
eggs. Man.
dumbass. They gotta send me the shit. Thank you. But
You gotta come and
I'm not talking
you gotta
about
cook them
eggs.
for
I'm
you.
saying that the revenue that you make from ads on YouTube at like me and Matt's channel size
I
is
get
like
zero. I get
maybe
zero.
you can buy a a dozen eggs in like months from
Well,
now. That's
if you could
how
eat
bullshit
50
the
eggs,
YouTube
man.
partnership program is, and I probably shouldn't say that. That's because they're my partners, so I should say that. So we love you, YouTube. Thank you though for everything.
I'd watch if you ate 50 eggs like in Cool Hand Luke. Like, I'd watch that if you did a stream. If everybody donates £2, JT will eat 50 eggs.
Yeah, that should happen. Get the fuck out of here. I can never eat that much. I would fucking vomit on screen. It would turn into like, what the hell's the guy's name? Lucifer or something? Gore, vomit gore films from that were very controversial back in the
Oh,
day.
Herschel Gordon Lewis. No.
No, more recent. The Suskas
Oh.
worked with him. I can't think of his
Oh.
name, like Lucifer Valentine or like something.
Oh,
I don't know. He
wow.
had like this weird, obscure, like vomit porn, gore porn, fucking whatever it is. It involves a lot of vomit and a lot of gore.
Doesn't the guy who does Shark Exorcist like a bit of that as well? Doesn't he like all that? What's he called? Polonia. Mark
I
Polonia, is it?
never saw Shark Exorcist.
It's the guy who makes all those.
Is
I
it the
think he
same
has a
name?
thing about women being sick and stuff. I think that's his thing too.
Mako isn't Conan the Barbarian. Makes sense. This just happened. UPS came with 5 packages, and the guy goes, "Dude, more movies." Laugh out loud. I'm like, "Yep, be prepared to stop here every day." He goes, "Shit, Waffles is back. He's a subscriber." That's funny.
Nice.
That's great.
I'd love it if the
Actually,
films are all addressed to you as heroic waffles, and then you're addressed.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, funny enough, there's a guy who looks like Chucky at the cannabis dispensary near me.
No way.
And he's subscribed to the channel because he's a horror fan. So I
Is he
got
just
a
a really small guy? Is he just
shout
like
out to Happy
oh,
Days dispensary
right.
over in on Long Island here.
So is he like a small person, like a
Yeah, he's a shorter guy. He's got big. He has an orange beard and shit, but he's a redhead too and stuff like that. So I mean, it just came up, like the name of Chucky just came up. So I was like, all right, that's the nickname I'm going with him. I don't
nice,
call him Chucky. So if he ever hears this, you're Chucky to me, man.
Is this guy a police officer who's talking to him? I think he
Yeah,
is,
like a
isn't he?
detective. Yeah.
He reminds me of Frank Washington from Samurai Cop. You know, who's like,
Oh, okay, yeah, I know who you mean. Yeah,
like that, yeah.
it's like the same type of demeanor, speech.
Yeah. He needs to do a bigger facial expressions though, like.
Yeah, I know he's not expressing himself at all. He seems like none of this matters at all. Great stream, JT. Brick friend Matt and Russell. Thank you for 11 months as a member. As always tell you don't have to do that shit, but thank you.
Can get as many eggs. Keep JT and eggs.
Yeah, I know. I'll be stocking up on fucking cartons of eggs.
I'd love to you did like a stream, and in the background you just had crates of eggs.
Yeah, as just right behind me, as your basket is, but in real life.
Yeah, just full of eggs. That's the dream.
Hey, we all got to stock up on eggs because like the world's gonna end soon.
If I eat these, I'll die. I'm allergic to eggs.
Yeah, right. Would that suck? Would that suck if if it came to like World War III one day and they said, "Listen, we're gonna give everyone food. You all got eggs," but then that people are allergic or don't like eggs are fucked.
Yeah, it's like the Chris Rock thing. It's like, we've got lactose intolerance and all this kind of stuff. It goes,
yeah.
People are in like, famine in Africa. They're not allergic to anything.
They're not allergic to shit. It's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. You think people in Rwanda have a lactose intolerance?
Yeah. So
he's great. I love him.
Yeah. We have so much food that there's food we can't eat that we like.
Yeah. That's one of his best. That's his best. It's his first one. Bring the pain.
Intolerance.
I think that's Bring the Pain. That was.
It's I was just about to say it's either Bring the Pain or
Bring the Pain because that's for me is his best. His first HBO special.
That's so good. Yeah.
Bigger and Blacker.
Like the one where he's talking about the school shooters and he's like, I've got no friends. No one will be my friend. And he's like, there's like 3 of you. That's like a small game of basketball, like.
Yeah.
It's like I got no friends.
Dude, he's so funny. Even in movies like in Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley and stuff, I love him in that.
Yeah. CB4, that's a good one. CB4 is awesome. Yeah.
Oh, he's just everything. I used to watch his show.
CB4, the motherfucker.
Everybody Hates Chris. His show when he was about his childhood and stuff. I used to watch that.
I started watching that. Here she is. Here's our
lady.
I
never finished it. Yeah.
She's the lady who had the
the neighbor.
She's I don't know if
into
I think
him.
she's passed away now, but she is everywhere. Like, or for a period of time, she was keeping the basket case name going when nobody was really talking about it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, you could tell just by her performance that she had a blast, like being a part of this movie.
Oh yeah. It's film critic Rex Reed said this was the sickest movie he'd ever seen, which is
Really?
hard to
Reed
believe.
Reed has
Yeah.
not looked out enough for other horror films or just
Rex
any
Reed, that
other
sounds a
movies in
familiar
general.
name, but I don't know.
Rex Reed.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, what's our
oh,
boy's name who passed away? uh, Fet.
oh,
Oh, why do I always forget the name? For asbestos felt.
Asbestos Felt. Yeah, right.
Yes, this is also the stream's also dedicated to asbestos felt, as
Yeah,
he
rest in
passed away
peace.
recently a few
Ironically, it
months
was
ago.
asbestos poisoning that got him. No, it wasn't. It
Are you
wasn't.
serious? No, okay.
No, no, I don't
I
know.
was gonna die laughing, and
No.
that would have been
I
like
was trying to keep a
hilarious.
straight face. I was mean. I thought I was
Yeah, no,
mean.
that's why. And then I saw you start smiling at the end. I said, "Get
I'm
out
a
of here."
bad boy. I'm a bad boy.
That's funny.
I'm a bad boy. You saw CB4 at the cinema, Jamie. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Coming straight out
Yeah,
of
I know. Jamie's
Locash.
seen a lot of classics at the
MC
theater.
Gusto. That's what he was called. Yeah. Stab Master Arson is one of my favorite names for a rapper ever. Stab Master Arson. In fact, I might change my name to Stab Master
Mine
Arson.
is probably Dell the Funky Homo Sapien. Is
That is good too. And
Yeah,
that
I
is good.
love Dell. He was
Yeah.
Ice Cube's cousin. Not Ice
Really?
Cube. I
I
always
see.
confuse them.
Huh?
No, Ice Cube. Yeah, all right, Ice Cube.
All right.
Not Ice T. Ice Cube's cousin.
ICT.
He did, the Gorillas track. Clint Eastwood, he's the rapper on
Oh
that,
right.
and on Rock the House on that same album.
That doom 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 doom. It's just the preset off the keyboard.
Yeah, yep,
That's mad.
I know. They just turned it on and just put the presets down, and then just had a rap over it. And I love like he has a space opera, like a space rap album
Ooh, that
that
sounds
has
fun.
like guests on it and stuff, and it's like takes place in like uh 3000. It's called Deltron 3000, and
Ooh.
it's Kid Cudi did the beats, and then there was somebody else who's pretty famous. I'm not a big hip hop guy in rap, but some of the few that I love he's one of them. And Dell doing all the rapping and some other guests and stuff.
That sounds good.
Excellent fucking album. One of my favorite rap albums.
One rap album that sticks with me for most things is Liquid Swords. I think I said this to you at the time, just because or when we first started chatting, just because it's got that whole, Shaolin kung fu kind of
Yeah.
thing running through it. Oh man, Liquid Swords is an incredible album. I just love that whole thing that Genius Jizza did with Wu Tang. It's just, it never ages. It's so good. It reminds me a little bit of Ghost Dog, the film Ghost Dog with Forrest Whitaker.
I've heard of that. I don't think
I
I've
only
seen.
watched it recently. I'd had it for years and never watched it. It's worth seeing it, man. It's different.
Yeah,
It's different. Yeah, it's
yeah,
worth
that's
seeing.
gotta go on the many watch lists.
Yeah, it's a good one.
We get the whole flashback scene that just
Yeah.
happened of Belial being separated, and
That's
that
a nice
shot really
touch.
cool too, because all the blood that shoots up onto Duane when they're cutting Belial off, like that
Mhm.
really looks good too.
That would make you. That would have lasting psychological impact.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and I think it's cool that they threw in that like they're psychically linked together, like they telepathically
Yes.
talk to each other. So because
Yeah, that's
they
cool.
they talk all the time, and he knows what Belial's thinking, and he hears his thoughts, and like vice versa. And they expand on that in the sequels too.
This is a documentary, right?
Yeah, this happened in
Yeah.
1979 in New York City, but they
Right.
didn't put it out till 82.
I remember you telling me you saw it in the newspaper
Yeah, I did. I know, and that was when I
before you were
time
born.
traveled from
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
I went back to early '80s New York City and made
Look at
that
this.
all
Look at it.
happen before coming back. I love that. It
This lit.
looks so hokey, but it looks
It's
still
so
great.
cool.
Like it just
The
fits
shirt
with the
makes it as
tone of the
well.
movie.
the lady who's coming in with us, she looks like you say you only hear what you want to.
She's
What's she
freaking out.
called? Lisa Loeb. Lisa Loeb. Oh.
Yeah, she's freaking out. This woman looking at them,
Or a very
standing with
stressed
Belial.
Tina Fey, like very upset Tina Fey.
See, one of them shows that there's a little concern and saying, I think it's his dad, right? Saying that we don't. They're saying we don't have time, and he's asking like maybe we're rushing things, we're going too fast, like before
Yeah.
separating them.
Oh wow! When Duane was a boy, he looked a bit like what's he called, Borat guy, Sacha Baron Cohen.
All right, I see. He's behind the railings right now, the stairs.
He's like, I like you, Belial, my friend.
Very nice.
I have new wife now. I have new conjoined twin now.
She is prostitute. I still love that movie, man. Did you see the sequel that came out a few years ago?
It wasn't as good. It wasn't as good.
No, it was nowhere near as good, but it was pretty funny at some points. Like I
The
was
best
laughing
bit
at
is where
The
he
first
moves in
one.
with those American dudes, and they really take to him.
They love him and stuff. Oh, that's so funny. That was a great scene. But I saw Borat in theaters and Bruno, and those are some memorable theater experiences for sure.
I remember seeing Borat, because the TV series with the clips and stuff was when I was at uni, and everybody was really into it. And then I couldn't believe they made it into a movie.
I don't know, especially when Bruno came out, because that movie got a lot of controversy at the time. Because there's a lot of like homosexuals, gay stuff in there, stuff which I guess freaks some people out at that, in that era.
I think it freaks people out if you sing the national anthem and like
I love
press all those buttons.
The character Bruno. I think he's hilarious. I love that character. I didn't like the dictator though. He did
no, it wasn't funny, was it?
I didn't care for that. I don't remember it at all.
Grimsby's not funny, and I think with comedy, I think the more sort of, or the less editing that you have, or the less you have to listen to other people's input, then you end up with films like, say, Anchorman 2, which are funny but not as good as the first one, because you're just like, hey, they're funny, just let them do whatever they want. And like it's a bit like Tarantino. Like a lot of people say that he needs an editor, but when he became his own editor, there's bits you can get rid of. I don't agree with that with Tarantino, just because I love Once Upon a Time in America, and it could be like 5 hours long for me. But
I could agree with that maybe for like Django, and I've said this in videos I've done on Tarantino movies, but like I still have to rewatch The Hateful Eight, because I watched it when it came out. I didn't care for it much, and I haven't really watched it since. I don't remember watching it a second time. And
I mean, it's strange, because I thought Tarantino. I feel like some people, because a lot of people say, well, essentially this is like Tarantino's version of The Thing. Like there's a lot of commonality with it, and obviously with you being like the world's biggest fan of The Thing, maybe
I
definitely.
know. And there are parallels with them being stuck in there and stuff, but it's just the dialogue. It just, I don't know, it didn't work.
It didn't grab you.
But it's like maybe I got to definitely rewatch it. I know I have to, because I've done videos on Kill Bill 1 and 2, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, and Glorious Bastards, and that's it. So I'm up to that. So Django, we could use an editor, and I would say I have to watch it again, but probably the same with Hateful Eight. Death Proof, I don't care for much either.
No,
but it's not
the trailers between the two movies are the best.
The best part, yeah, absolutely. That's why I couldn't believe when we got Thanksgiving from Eli Roth finally.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
That was the most memorable. I saw the Grindhouse in theaters, the double feature, and that was one of the best theater experiences I've ever had. That was 2007. That was back in college, and they used to give like student nights, like Tuesdays and stuff. It's cheaper, like way cheaper to go, and all the students go. So it was packed. And when that fake trailer for Thanksgiving came on, that got the biggest reaction of the entire screening of the entire 2 movies and the ads. Everyone loved that Thanksgiving segment.
Yeah, I liked it, and I like I said, I was surprised that it became because it might be my favorite thing of Eli Roth's, full stop.
Jamie, I love Death Proof with all my heart. I can see it. I don't dislike it or anything. It's just like
Yeah, I think it's
all
okay.
the other films are just better for me than like it's still fun. It's Kurt Russell and you have who else is in it? The girl, the friggin' stunt woman. Always
Oh,
forget her.
Zoe, is it Zoe?
Zoe Bell,
Hmm.
right? Is that a Zoe Bell?
I think
She's
so.
great, and everybody in it is, and it's a fun idea. And that car
Yeah,
death trap is fucking brutal and awesome.
yeah,
Oh, it absolutely is, and it is one of the better ones because we
yeah.
were just talking
It's got that
Black
going.
Christmas.
It's got that going for it, definitely.
We were
And I mean,
talking, yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just thinking because Tarantino's not always the best
Yeah,
or the. But having said that, I mean, in maybe not in the way he directs them. Obviously, like he physically hurt Uma Thurman and different things like that.
yeah.
But through. But I think a lot of directors, a lot of great directors, are guilty of maybe treating their actors physically quite rough.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know,
absolutely.
to get what they were like
Demanding
Kubrick
stuff
did.
over the edge from
Yeah.
them. It's abuse
And
almost to a point.
in The Exorcist and things like that. But then, as I was saying that, I thought, well, I suppose Jackie Brown is like such a woman,
Yeah,
probably even
and Kill
more
Bill
so than
too.
Death Proof.
I
Yeah,
mean, The
yeah,
Bride and Kill Bill.
yeah. But maybe like I'm thinking more off screen, I guess. But yeah, no, I totally
Yeah,
agree.
no, it is one of the better ones that comes to mind because we were just
Look at the
talking Black
steps.
Christmas 2019 last night during
Okay.
the Halloween 3 watch along with Keith, and that movie it's just abysmal. And Cal is
Yeah, the
trying to
original
defend it
is
a bit.
so good.
And the 2006, and it was 2006. We were going back and forth about
I
05, oh 06.
confuse. Yeah, I confuse the modern ones because
The
I've
modern
watched the.
one, the 2019 abysmal one, is the one that has nothing to do with Black Christmas, and it's just
Right.
fucking propaganda shoved
I
down
think
your
I've
throat
seen them
from
both
Black Christmas.
once.
And
Obviously
Carrie
the
Elway shows up for some reason, like at the
Oh,
end.
okay. Oh,
I
right.
don't know
Okay.
why,
Well,
but
funnily
that
enough,
movie
the
was
first
terrible.
one is the one film that I would say was a really massive omission from the when Variety just did the top 50 or top 100
Oh,
horror
absolutely.
films, and nobody mentioned Black Christmas, but films like Human Centipede 2 were in there and things like that. And I was like,
Really, that's
yeah,
very
I was like,
interesting
come on now, like
to
the
not have
most
Black Christmas
Black
on a
Christmas is
top
one of the
list.
most influential horror films ever
Absolutely,
in my eyes. And
that's
also, I
wild.
guess he doesn't get the credit as a director. And I don't know
No,
if
he
that's
doesn't.
a Canadian thing. I don't know.
I mean, it
They
could be.
steal
I mean, a
the
lot of Canadian
Canadians.
films don't get as much praise, and or
Yeah,
even are watched by as much as American
yeah,
films.
strange. See if I've got it. Yeah,
Oh,
Bob
this guy
Clark.
steps on this little nail. That sucks.
Did Bob Clark do? Was it don't children don't play with? Is it don't play with
I
dead
I know
things?
I know the name you're talking about.
I've
I
not
don't
seen it.
remember
It's on
the.
my list. It's been on my
It's some
list for so
weird
long.
longer name. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm trying to find it.
dude, that circular saw is huge.
Oh wow. It's like a
Where's
James
the
Bond.
right half? And that's a great way of shooting that too, because you don't see him get cut in half. There's no gore effect. They probably didn't have the budget to do that type of effect. So you just see it shot Dean Cundy style, like by the legs, and then they fall apart and like vivisect. You don't see any blood really. That's a cool way of doing a kill like that. When you don't have the budget, especially.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's right. Isn't this
Hmm.
his aunt?
Yeah, this is a
This is the
strangely
one.
shot one because you get a POV from like you're not supposed to be seeing it. I think it's quite well done. It's like
I
probably the
like this.
most
I like the panning.
gentle. Yeah, it's like one of the most sensitive, gentle bits of the film after all
Yeah.
the blood and guts everywhere.
Well, this is showing. This is a flashback showing how the aunt always cared for Belial, and
Yeah, there
didn't
has to
see
be
him as
some
a
kind of.
monster. And then like didn't see him as a monster. Saw him as his
Mm,
her nephew, and Dwayne's brother, and took care of him after they threw him out that night. Those evil doctors, and then she
mm,
died, which is sad. But then that's why I like 2 and 3 because I forget the actress and the character's name, but the main woman who has the freak house and houses all the deformed people and stuff. That's like the same
mm.
type of role as Dwayne's aunt, and I think that plays well.
Yeah,
Why
and
he comes to be involved with her and likes her
no,
reminds him
you're
of
right.
yeah,
You're right. And one of the reasons I think that is even more complicated is because she's looking after them all, but she gets to the point where she thinks any decision she makes for those characters is the right one. She doesn't let them kind of choose for themselves. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, oh yeah,
Like, yeah, whereas like the auntie's very understanding, and so is I can't remember what the lady's called in the second
yeah. I know. I
and
can't
third
either.
one. But
But
I do
yeah,
think that
same way.
she's a really interesting character, but she just tips over, doesn't she, into like
Well, yeah, then she just
selfish
yeah,
control.
yeah.
Yeah. It's
She gets
interesting though. I think
she
that
gets corrupted, her
exactly.
morals and everything. Because at first she is all for protecting her family, as she
Yes.
calls them.
Yeah. And then when the babies start popping out,
Yeah,
then
I
it's
was
like
just thinking of that. I was just gonna say it too. The babies and
that
stuff.
is
That
the
is
babies
absolute
is just
insanity.
so good, so funny.
Yeah, we definitely gotta
Little
do.
baby Belials. Do they all get names? I can't remember. I don't think they all have names. They
I
need
know, but
names.
they were counting them and stuff as he came out, and it gets up to 12,
Yeah,
I think. Like they have.
yeah,
That's too funny.
yeah.
And
That's
the
a fair,
scene
fair point.
in 2 when, is it in 2? I think it's in 2. When Belial's fucking the female Belial that looks just like him. And that's a
Mm,
disturbing scene, even though it's so hokey and fake looking, it's just the
mm,
thought of it. It's just like, how does that work? And like, how is this what
yeah,
the hell am I watching right now is the main thought.
yeah. I was
Oh,
just
yeah,
thinking as
what
Jamie's point as well. I was just thinking
yeah,
it's
I was reading
different,
it.
but like the Cronenberg film Drive, which I did a lot of reading into, it's a different take on cars in this kind of power control sexual games because that film is all about consent and like they're enjoying these things that other people in society think is strange, but it's all about consent. Whereas Death Proof, obviously, he gives them no control over their own destiny,
No, yeah,
and
his whole car is
yeah,
designed to trap them in
yeah. So it's a good point, and
have
it's maybe
control over
something
them.
that you know, I guess I suppose if I'm thinking about it a little bit, and I'm not like a massive expert on any of those ones because I pick and choose when it comes to Tarantino which ones I'm really into. Like, but I would say that
No, you're right, Jamie, we agree.
that yeah, I did no, totally fine. It'd be really boring if we all just said like yes, I agree to everything because I've just thought about it. Just made me think a little bit deeper about it or a different way. One of them being that um like I guess what Hollywood thinks is a female empowerment film and what an actual woman thinks,
Yeah,
you know,
that
and
makes sense.
maybe like I might quite think
That's
of Jack
why I
Brown,
brought up
the
Black Christmas
music and the
2019 because of
mm,
how fucking that was just a project to bank off the money
yeah,
of Black Christmas's name to just push propaganda. It's not even a movie. It's not like it has subtext. Like everything, Jamie, that you just said to describe Death Proof is like
mm,
symbolism and stuff of what happened in the film on the fucking dot. In
yeah.
Black Chris, that's great subtext and
Well,
a
it's made me
great
want
way
to
of
watch. Yeah,
conveying those points. And in 2019, Black Christmas, it's not subtext. It's the movie. It is the dialogue. It's just all in your face propaganda
well,
and
I've only
men
seen
hating
Death
shit.
Proof once,
It's insane.
so
That's not a
it's made
movie
me.
to me.
No, it's made me want to watch. It's made me want to watch it
But
again.
Death Proof, yeah,
Well,
rewatch Death Proof. Death Proof
yeah,
is
but
fun.
also I think that the thing is as well, like we said, with the reason that we kind of go, oh, I love that film, and the subtlety is that subtlety is sometimes missed 9 times out of 10 because when people are making a film, they are so concerned that people are going to miss their point that they hit you over the head with it to the
Yep.
point where they don't allow you to think for yourself. And
Yeah. That's basically 20th Century.
a real good filmmaker, a great filmmaker, is able to
Could
kind
weave
of
those in.
yeah, exactly, weave them in, let you think about them and make up your own mind.
Exactly.
And then you can work out those themes. So like I'm that's really made it interesting because I just kind of saw Death Proof as quite a pulpy, didn't really give much thought to it. So it's interesting. I would it's made me want to watch it again. So cheers, Jamie. That's awesome.
No, yeah, Jamie, that was a
Mm.
great breakdown of the
Yeah,
themes of that film.
there's some films that don't benefit from a second watch because, like you said, they're so on the nose that you're just like,
Yeah,
well, what am I going to get out of what? It's like a good book, isn't it? You know, I don't read a
yeah,
lot now, but I used to read a lot, and some books I've read 3, 4,
same.
5 times, and some books I just read them once because I'm like, right, done with that. I'll never need to read that again.
Yeah, and then you never remember that shit like a few years
Yeah,
down the
it's
road.
gone.
It's like
Yeah,
I read
yeah.
the book, but like I couldn't read a passage out of it from memory.
Look at all these guys in the hallway. I mean, who? Why? Why does everybody live in hotels in New York? Like it's the same people every day.
This is like a hotel that like you can rent for like by the week because the
Right,
Duane I think
right.
rents by the week at the beginning. So every week he's gonna pay him. So it's basically like an apartment, but it's a hotel, like slum
And they're
bag
all
apartment complex.
and they're all nice to each other as well, which is
Oh
quite funny.
yeah.
They're all like looking out for each other. Look at that clock. That's so funny. That smiley face clock.
They're all just, people trying to survive in fucking early 80s
Mm.
Manhattan. So they all
She's like, you
end
can
up
sleep on my
renting the
couch.
rooms here and shit for long term.
I wonder what the smiley face imagery is. You've got a smiley face clock. The lady that's just
Mhm.
been traumatized, she's got a smiley face shirt on. It's
Yep.
probably just complete random. There's probably no
If I made a
um
movie, that would be the answer. It would be just complete randomness. Put
yeah,
like
yeah,
things
there's
all
no
over the place. But then I would
it doesn't
have things
sound
make
like you.
sense and be and use symbolism and stuff, and then I would just put random shit just to mess with everybody. Kind of like David Lynch, like that. As one of my favorite directors,
Yeah.
that would probably be a big influence.
And I guess I think with that as well, he doesn't explain because that
No,
would
it ruins it all.
ruin it for yeah.
And Jamie, speaking of having beautiful Jamie here, when we got to do Twin Peaks sometime soon. Paul Clemens, who I had on last week from The Beast Within, we've like been chatting it up, and we've become little friends. So he wants to come back on the channel, and he's a huge Lynch fan. So if he wants to
Mm,
come back on, we were talking about a way of breaking down Twin Peaks. So if you want to be a part of that, Jamie, let me know. Because he's
nice.
100% down for it. He's like, we can dissect lists and stuff, or we can like go by dissect Twin Peaks or top Lynch movies. So he's down for anything. What a great guy! He's
Nice.
such a accomplished person too. I mean, he's an Edgar Allan Poe scholar. That guy knows everything about Edgar Allan Poe, or I know not that much about Edgar Allan Poe. Like I said, like you, I used to read back in the day a lot more. It's hard for me to read a fucking book
I think
nowadays.
for me the
I
most
still read a
accessible
few a
Poe
year. That's it.
is the common ones. I think the common Poe
Yeah,
films,
exactly. The ones that
Christopher,
are famous and stick in your memory, and so The Raven
those
and or The House
can't.
of Usher and all of those, you don't forget.
But even the modern ones, the modern retellings
Tip
have
the
never
Pendulum.
really interested me too much. But the Vincent Price ones always I thought were perfectly done, and probably the most creative visually that Corman has ever done, like in
Well, the
terms of
Pit the
lighting.
Pendulum one is great.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Hello, JT's gone. Ah! He's left me in my basket. He's thrown me out of the window. Sorry, spoiler if anybody's watching it for the first time. But, so let me check out. I'll keep reading the chat while JT's just dropped out for a sec. There we go. Let's see. I can only see certain things. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, he thinks it's funny to stalk these women, fool them into a sense of comfort, and be delightfully. I haven't really thought about it in any deeper.
Yeah, we got
deeper
disconnected for a
well.
second. I forgot I was
Ah,
on the network servers, not my Wi-Fi, so it dropped out.
okay. Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town. I have not seen Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town. Is that Charles Band? No.
Well, the pit of the house. I'm not pit of the house. The pit in the pendulum that I was thinking of was Stuart Gordon one.
Ah, the Stuart Gordon one. That's good too. That is
That's
good
a
too.
very
Yeah.
good film and take on it. I really like that movie.
Mm.
And all right, yeah,
Yeah, it
definitely.
was surprisingly good. Mm.
No, I know how it is.
Yeah. Ah,
Just like
get well
we're all,
soon.
it's a lot, just like some of us who suffer from mental stuff and the battle with our own
Yeah.
mind and shit. So we'll make it work for sure. We'll talk all about it. And we did, but I am back. That
Don't
was a
worry,
fast.
you're not stuck.
That was a
You're only stuck with me
fast
for
break.
about 10 seconds. It's not. It won't. It won't. It won't. No extended harm will be done. I'm sure.
That's right. Dr. Cutter getting, I love this when he fucks with her and then he messes her all up in the blood. Then when she comes out of the desk and all the scalpels and utensils are sticking out of her face and she gives like that really bad performance where she screams, that's fucking great.
It's always like we say. It's when he's sticking those fingers in their mouths as well. It makes it very,
Yeah, he's trying to mouth fuck them.
very,
I'm telling
very,
you.
very
Yeah,
invasive.
he's ripping her mouth from the inside.
It's like when animals that have hands are kind of pulling at things and they're leaving those, but they've not got claws, but they're just ripping like that. It's quite visceral, isn't it? It's quite scary. The idea of just like
Oh yeah,
pulling at something until it rips, rather
it rips.
than
Absolutely.
slashing or stabbing. It's just like,
Yeah. Well, that's why
yeah,
zombies are so effective.
yeah.
But this is great. I don't know how he's putting so much pressure on this grown ass woman. She's not a thin, tiny woman. Like she's
You feel like a judo
she's an
throw
average
might.
sized woman. But
Yeah.
Belial's got that super strength that he's able to
You
push
feel
her all the way down.
you feel like she should just
This
flip
shot
him
right
over
here.
or run into the wall. If you just run into a wall with him and just squish him into the wall, maybe.
With her scream, with the scalpels and shit stuck in her face that goes on for a
Wow.
while. That's so cool. It
Somewhere,
looks so so hokey, but it's great.
Clive Barker was watching this, going, "I've got an idea for this character called Scalpel Head." No, Pinhead. Pinhead. I'll go for Pinhead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Professor. That's a good example. In Poltergeist with the guy
Mm.
ripping his face off. That is that's something I remember seeing very young and being quite disturbed by it in a fascinating way. By like that
Ah,
looks great. Like how the fuck did
yeah.
they do that creepy shit?
Oh, do you think
That's
she's the lady with the wig? Do you think this is the lady with the
that's what
wig?
I was thinking. After you said it, and I was
Mm.
stewing on it. I was like, because they showed her in the scene right after that. I said that
It's lovely, but
actually looks like it could be a wig, and it
it's very
does.
glossy, isn't it? It's very glossy and shiny,
Yeah,
but compared to everybody else who's very
yeah.
grimy and
Dr.
dirty.
Cutter, who I said she's older, and that looks like her actual hair. Dr.
Yeah.
Cutter. This one looks like a wig.
Oh, it's so sweet. Their little relationship's very sweet. But
Yeah,
she,
until
like you said, she
Belial
fell in love
tries
with
to
it.
rape her.
She,
Until
well,
then
she
it's not
felt
good.
no, that's true. She probably just best leave him alone. She fell in love with him very quickly.
That's what I said at the beginning. I said she is for this
Yeah.
guy at fucking second one.
Do you
It's like,
think it's
oh, here's
because
my
there's not
number. Here's
many?
where I live.
She's probably just only had sleazy guys coming into that hotel for about 10 years, and then he's the first sweet guy. That's just a rumor.
Well, I'm saying she gives her number and address to him so fast, and he's some strange guy who just showed up in New York a day ago. I mean,
Mm.
it shows how different it is back then with
He
trust
just
with
turned up on
people.
the back of a pumpkin truck, just like
Yeah,
wanting to make his name in New York City.
that's funny. Yeah, my
I'm walking
poltergeist scene
here.
is classic.
I'm also from New York. A lot of people don't know that, but I'm like,
Yeah, no, he does a
I'm
great
walking
British
here.
accent. Does a great
Yeah,
British accent, and he keeps it
yeah.
up like it's his fucking job.
I'm like, oh, what's this guy
Never
doing over
breaks character.
here? Paulie Walnuts.
Never
Paulie
breaks
Walnuts
character
over
from his
here.
British fake accent unless he lets his New York shine, like right there.
That's it. And then I'm like, Christopher Moltisanti, what are you doing here, man?
I've been rewatching some episodes of The Sopranos.
Nice. He's an
I thought
interior
one
decorator
of
for the
one
Russian
of the
government.
greatest dramas TV series.
Oh, we should watch Pine Barrens, the Pine Barrens episode. We should do a live stream. That's one of the best hours of TV ever.
That's a great idea. We should do that.
Mm.
I've been wanting
I have
to
one
do
good idea every year.
Yeah. I'll give you like 3 or 4 maybe.
3 or 4, okay.
But I've been thinking of for years now, like since I started the channel, of eventually going through Breaking Bad. Like, I don't know, episode by episode or series by season by season, but I don't know how to do it. Same with Twin Peaks has been the reason.
Well, one of the things I think a good way of doing that is like the little bottle episodes. So like
The
where
Fly.
they're just The Fly. I was just about to say that episode for Breaking Bad would be a good one. Pine Barrens is a good one.
It's great for
just little. I was like, He needs like a sort of hello, my baby, hello, my honey, hello, like that when he comes out.
Yeah, Jamie lives in New York, but not in the city. I'm not in the city either. I'm in Long Island, but I'm close to like 45-minute train ride.
Concrete jungle where Maddie is from.
He likes your New York accent.
Hey, I'm walking here. Forget about it,
like
Mike.
with me, if I try not to be to put an accent and just use my own accent, and someone like bumped into me, I wouldn't say this to them, but if I had to use that line, it would sound probably like, "Hey, I'm walking here." Like that would be, I guess, the most natural way of me saying.
But oh, this guy. Oh.
But if it was someone being a prick, it would be, "Yo, I'm fucking walking here. Move!" Like it would be something exactly like that.
Excuse me, young fellow, I'm walking here.
Yeah, we don't talk like that in New York. Unfortunately, it would be a peacer place. I just made up the word peacer, but that works.
Peacerist.
A more peacer place.
Yeah, that's what we need, man.
And
we need to think up more words, create your own.
Dude, I create words all the time. Every video is at least there's definitely a word that's not a word in every single video I've ever done.
New York.
Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, and The Wire are my top 3 dramas. And Arrested Development. It's Always
what would be
Sunny,
a good
Herb would be my top 3.
What would be a good Wire episode that would just kind of work on its own? I can't think. Maybe the one with Omar, maybe the final Omar.
Oh yeah, when the confrontation with him, when you hear the whistling and stuff. Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah,
I got to rewatch The Wire. It's been years since I last rewatched it, but what a phenomenal show that was. Oz too, which was HBO's first.
Do you know if you like Oz, there's a British show that's really hard to get hold of with Lenny James in it called Buried. That's in a British prison. They only did one series of it, and it's amazing.
Well, typical Brits, one season.
Well, it just nobody watched it. That was the reason with this one.
Yeah, it got canceled.
Yeah, Channel 4.
Yeah, but you guys are infamous for going like 1, 2
seasons
of topic, and that's it.
Yeah, like
well, we drag shit out for 36 years, like The Simpsons. It's or even longer.
Yeah, New York. How you doing? Bada bing, bada boom.
Oh yeah, my Valley Girl accent. Yeah, I can't stand that shit either.
That's with the vocal fry.
I'm sure the ones with the Valley Girl accents can't stand my New York accent. So, I mean, it's all relevant.
I don't know if I can do a Valley Girl accent.
Everyone loves the sexy British accent, though. Everyone thinks the British. You guys just talk.
You've got to be kind of like upper class British.
Watch your words. All right, good.
You got to be posh. You got to be posh.
You got to be posh.
Yeah, I'm not posh. I'm common. But the guy who passed away from One Direction, I always think it's strange because he had like a Midlands accent. So I've been like, I didn't even know anything about One Direction at all. But when he passed away, like there's clips of him everywhere. And because he's kind of been away from Britain for a while, he had this kind of strange transatlantic. his T's and D's, but he was from
Yeah.
Birmingham, so he had this, or Wolverhampton or somewhere, and he had this kind of string. I always think it's dead interesting when British people go to America and they kind of get a slight American transatlantic accent. I always think it's strange. I wonder if I'd be like that if I went over to America. If all of a sudden I'd just be like, "How's it going, guys?" Like, transatlantic. Like whether I'd just
You gotta
change.
try
I
it
don't
out.
know.
You gotta try it
Yeah,
out.
man. I just want to be
Jamie
like
says
Tony Soprano.
Jamie says she's closer to Canada, so for her,
It's
she'd
all
say it like,
about.
"So I'm walking here, eh?"
What's that all about?
That's funny.
Hey, Terence. Hello,
Yeah.
Philip. Hello,
We
Kebab.
I love that.
Mm.
All the Terrence. I mean, some of the later Canada like episodes of South Park aren't favorites of mine, but that show has never made a bad episode in my opinion
Yeah.
ever.
Hey, relax,
Like
guy.
that's my
Oh no,
favorite
that's what I
comedy.
was saying.
Even though it's like if I had to separate animated and stuff, it would be Arrested Development and South Park, but like South Park is I've been watching it for 27 years since it came out. Like
Oh, yeah,
when it
me too.
premiered on Comedy Central, I was 9 years old.
What
And
about
I've stuck with that film that series throughout the entire run to this day.
Basketcase, the cartoon? That would be the dream.
I know, right? We
Made
gotta
by
get it
Trey
done.
Parker and Matt Stone. They could do it.
Oh, they could definitely pull it off. They can definitely pull it off. I'm gonna
keep
email
saying.
Trey. I'm gonna email Trey and Matt and try to pitch the idea.
Yeah, I've got this
So
idea.
yeah, you guys, yeah, me and my
Me and
boy Matt,
Henenlotter.
we got to get this thing going, and we got to get an
All we need
animated
to do is
series by you guys of Basket Case continuing.
we need to get Henenlotter on board. That's the only problem.
Yeah, Mike. Sometimes I guess. Jamie, I'm closer to you. Yeah, I know. Russell is close there too. Other than Doctor Who, is there any other longer running UK show?
Coronation Street, the world's longest soap opera.
Never heard of it.
It's you don't need to really.
Yeah,
you don't need to check it out now.
It's probably
The
like
studio was
the Days of
the
Our Lives
studio.
equivalent.
Yeah, but like working class northern people. It was down the road from where I
Okay.
used to live as a kid, so we'd always go to the studio for school trips. So I went there like 3 times when I was a kid. I've got a really dark story about there, but I'll tell you that one off air. But what else? Coronation Street. Only Fools and Horses went on a long time. That's like a sitcom. It's pretty good. EastEnders, another like London-based soap opera. What else? Anything. EastEnders sucks. It's to run so does Coronation Street. There's a radio show that's been going for nearly 100 years called The Archers about people who live on farms.
Okay.
Which is
So,
I've never heard one episode of it. Yeah, it's insane.
This scene is disturbing. With
Yeah, this
Belial,
one
right?
is
trying to rape her. That's where his eyes glow. Yeah.
Come on, Belial. You're not. I thought you were. I thought you were my cute little guy. What's going on, man? A special little guy. My special little guy.
Imagine waking up and seeing this laying on top of your naked body, then start strangling you, and like it's really well done in the disturbing.
I've seen worse. I've
aspect.
seen worse.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you have on a daily basis.
When I look in the mirror in the morning, this is what I see.
Is that what you see? You see?
Yeah, I'm like,
you see yourself
what the
being
hell is
raped
that?
by Belial.
I'm like this. Yeah, I'm like this. And then I just look down. It's my own arms. I'm like, what are you doing?
The way Belial grabs her tits and stuff, I mean, it's fucking weird. And then like he starts thrusting.
Again, it's like he's like
what is he
this.
thrusting?
He's just going through the motions.
Belial don't have a dick that we know of. He has a flat ass bottom of himself.
He's got a flat bottom, so we can stand him up, so he doesn't topple over.
Exactly. Where's that dick coming from? Or is he just grinding like a puppy? He just likes to grind up against it.
He's like, there ain't nothing wrong.
We gotta probably limit some language to not get this video taken down.
Well, I mean, you could have just been talking about a friend of yours called Richard, who everybody calls Dick.
Oh, absolutely. Because I was totally kidding about that. That'll never happen. I haven't had an issue yet. I don't know how, but Don't foresee on.
Check out times
This
12. Brilliant.
guy
Right.
hasn't thrown this motherfucker out yet, mostly just because he has a ton of money and he saw all the
Yeah,
money at the
exactly.
beginning that Dwayne has.
He just pops his
So
head round. He's like, everything
yeah,
okay here? Yeah, it's
but
fine. It's
like
fine.
in any normal situation, this guy would have been thrown out of this place when Belial wrecked the
Well,
room.
the weird thing is this does have a bit of a strange kind of reference to the One Direction guy, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like going crazy in a hotel.
yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see.
How weird. I
Just with
hadn't intentional.
half twin deformity that'll lift you up by the testicles.
Well, we don't know the full story, JT. We don't know the full
I'm
story.
watching it. I'm
No,
watching
no,
it
the
in
full
front of my
story of
eyes.
what happened to the no, so
Oh,
the guy on
I got
the
it.
guy he might have had his own
Yeah.
Belial. Oh, so I feel bad for saying that now. I feel like I'm being flippant.
No, it's fine. I get
I
what
get
you're
in
saying.
trouble for I get in trouble for being flippant about stuff.
Love the Canadian Kids Monster Telly series. Hilarious House of Frightenstein with Vincent Price. Nice.
Nice.
Never saw that. Jamie
Oh,
has
that
though.
sounds cool though.
The Cooking Witch
Pull
was
it up.
awesome.
I've just ordered Vincent Price's the Cooking Price-Wise DVD that's coming out from the British Film Institute. So it's like he made a cookery book and then he filmed himself making all um the different what do you call it? Different dishes. So I think I was talking to Al, and we're thinking what we're going to do is we're going to watch it and we're going to try and recreate and cook some of the dishes and do maybe not a live stream because we might burn our houses down, but like if you want to join us, man, we can do some cooking price wise with the
There you
wonderful Vincent Price.
go. Great.
Nice.
Yeah,
But
there's the end here. When he falls to his death. Oh, supposedly at the end of this movie, they're both dead as fuck. So I don't know. Later in
you
in the
gotta have
second movie, what do they get recovered real quick by the woman and brought to a
yeah.
hospital?
He's walking
So,
it
but
off.
yeah,
Rub some dirt on it.
yeah, you'll be fine. Or if you're Art the clown, rub some salt on it, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Either way, you'll be good.
What's the what's the purpose? Oh yeah, I was just going to say what the purpose of that guy's suspenders, but I guess it's to hold his trousers up.
I would guess. I mean, that's usually what those are for.
Yeah, I was just thinking like aesthetically, what's the purpose? And then I was like, oh no, they do actually have a purpose, which is he's quite a
Yeah,
chubby
yeah,
guy and he needs his trousers to stay up.
that's funny. Filmed in Hamilton, Ontario. Nice. And Professor says Vincent Price cooking show. I want to see that.
Yeah, you can order it. It's not out yet, but obviously it's been around years and years ago. But the British Film Institute are releasing it. Yeah, I think it's called Cooking Price Wise, which is an incredible title.
Yeah, this is such a fun movie. This is such a blast, and
It's
yeah,
so good.
we went off topic so much in this, but that's something
Oh,
that me
thanks,
and
Doug.
Dave would do all the time. And like I said,
Yeah,
it's a blast watching this movie that we both think of Dave when we think of this now. So
yeah, for
hope
sure.
you're
Yeah,
resting well, brother up there. We missed you. But
yeah, for
that was
sure.
Basket Case, 1982. Absolutely have to do a watch of 2 and 3 now. I mean, how do you not? So we gotta figure all that out.
And brain damage as well.
Yeah, we gotta get brain damage,
Let's
and
get
let's do a
Elmer.
whole
Let's get Elmer.
Henenlotter. What we
Get
can do, we can
Elmer in
do
on
what
this.
we did for Argento. We can do like a
Oh,
whole discussion on Henenlotter's films and then do a ranking.
oh
That's
yeah,
not
and that's a
bad too.
yeah. Is there
And
any?
that would save me a lot of time of doing videos on in the movies. So
That's a great
I wouldn't
idea.
have
Ranking them would be tricky because there's not as
yes.
many of them. But
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we've got any kind of Henenlotter adjacent stuff. But I don't think we have really.
No,
Um,
I think mostly just his films.
yeah, there's no like he produced. I don't think he produced a lot of other people's things. You can't improve on perfection. That's the thing. You
Yeah, thank you,
can't.
Mike. I know we will never forget him. And I said,
So,
I'll throw in the description Dave's channel just because I saw like a week or two ago that it dipped below 1,000 by like 1 or 2, and now it's back over it. So I don't want that to happen again. So anyone who sees this in the future, go in the description and subscribe to our late friend Dave, who was amazing in
yeah.
every single way. And
I mean, you know that
waffles,
people would.
Yeah.
get a kick out of he'd get a kick out of that for sure. I know that for yeah.
Yeah, Brain Dead. I've done a video actually on Dead Alive Waffles. It's my favorite zombie movie. Like traditional zombie and better film is Day of the Dead for me, but if I just take all zombies together, like any type of zombie and any fast, slow, weird, fucking it's Dead Alive or Brain Dead. That is the definition movie of just the budget being used, every cent just perfectly used, because everything in that movie, the effects alone, all the effects in Dead Alive is just masterful. It's unbelievable when I watch that movie. Every time that I rewatch it, I say I can't believe that they were able to get this done. And then look what Jackson went on to do after his first
Yeah,
few.
I mean, I'm not like a big fan of the Lord of the
I'm not a
Rings,
fan of his latest stuff really
but
either, and
I
I'm
would
not a
say
huge
that
Lord of the Rings fan either.
I've watched a lot of Beatles documentaries over the years, and the last one, which I've got literally right in front of me here, the Get Back is incredible. He did such a wonderful job with that, Peter Jackson. So
Nice.
just for that alone, I'm happy that he's around.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
But everybody in the chat, thanks for hanging out. Thank you, Matt. As always, a pleasure, my friend.
Oh, it's
And
an honor to be on your channel, mate. Well, particularly because I know we talked about Dave at the beginning and Dave at the end, and I think that's the perfect way
absolutely,
to finish the stream as well.
definitely, man. And tonight is Mario Bava's Kill Baby Kill at 10 p.m. with Dirk over at Subjective Perspective Collective, which say that shit 3 times again. See if you can figure that out. But everybody, have a great afternoon, morning, night, wherever the hell you are. See you soon, guys.